Yes, there it is. And let me pin your video. And 10 minutes. I know you're good at this now. All right. So, Judy, thanks so much as always. And I appreciate you jumping ahead. And we'll see. We're probably going to have to jump around with the schedule a little bit. And I'll watch when our other speakers come in. So, take it away.
All right. I always expect you to keep jumping all over the place, Dyer. Anyway, so a PLN, what the heck is that? Let's see if you can see my whole slide here. Oops. Move it a little bit. There we go. A PLN, what the heck is that? Or how to teach an old hat new tricks. Well, some of you younger folk may or may not know what a PLN is. But some of us older folk who did not grow up talking in acronyms have no idea what the heck that is, or at least this old timer did not. But as they say in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, don't panic. Here is a quick guide to what it is and why it is so darn important. But first, let me tell you a little bit about me. I had been an educator for over 30 years when I returned to school to get a master's in TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages. That was almost 9 years ago. At the time, I was the oldest one in my class, old enough to be some of my classmates' parent. Even older than my professors. They kept talking in all these acronyms, and PLN was one of them. I had no idea what that was. Plethora of little nuts? Pupil learning nests? What was a PLN? Well, so here I was, this little drop in a huge sea of young educators in a brave new global world. They tried to explain to me that it was about my network. Huh? My local or cable TV stations? No, it was about my social circles and how I network in my social circle, like FB, Instagram, LinkedIn. What were they talking about? I was not on my computer all the time. My telephone only made phone calls. I had just added data so I could get text because my son said I needed to get into the 21st century. Ah, but that is what they meant. Telephones, paper letters, post-it messages, etc. Now that I understood. I was slowly beginning to understand what they were talking about. This indeed was a brave new global world for me. They tried to explain to me that this LinkedIn was my Rolodex and the WordPress was just my paper. It was really new. So, a PLN was a personal or professional learning network. It was that wonderful group of human beings that would help me navigate this brave new global teaching world that I was experiencing. It was the one thing that would turn that little drop of me into a bigger sea of learners and educators. So, why was that so important for me to learn and have? Why is it important to any educator? Well, to begin with, as my dear friend Sylvia Duckworth shows here in her amazing drawings, one finds great resources and amazing conferences like this one. Two, there are so many more people to share your ideas with, like Rob. Three, you get to meet and follow amazing educators from all over the globe. Four, when you get stuck, there's a helping hand. There is always someone there. 5, You make all sorts of international connections, something that is needed in this global world. 6, your classroom expands to include a greater world, helping your students become better global citizens. 7, you get to collaborate on wonderful, interesting global projects like the cookbook that Rob did and the companion. 8, if you are like me, time of day can be any time round the clock for inspiration. Like when I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to meet with you all today. There's always someone awake with something wonderful to share. 9, you are always learning. I like to say I'm a work in progress. 10, you can never, ever run out of things to share with your students. So here are only 10 reasons why a PLN, or a professional or personal learning network, is so dang important. Or, as I like to say, a personal or professional learning network is important because we, as teachers, are all in this together. And that alone is the biggest reason it is so important to have a good PLN. Wow. I never leave anyone without a quote. So here is one from one of my mentors, John Fanslow. To be open to possibilities is the key goal I have had as a teacher for change. So if you keep that in mind, you will always understand that it is always possible to teach an old hat new tricks. And as I always say, I am always a work in progress, so never forget, we are teachers as well as students, and our students are our teachers. So, celebrate being an amazing teacher. Celebrate this amazing day of World Teachers. And thank you for learning with me today. If you wish to connect, here is where I can be found these days. My email, theaterforell@gmail.com. My blog, judysworld@edublogs.org. My LinkedIn, Judy Wong or Teddy. And my Facebook. Yeah, I did learn all these new tricks. And I encourage you to join me at my newest community, the Global Play Brigade. We are a group of educators, artists, and creative therapists bringing healing play to a world in need. And God knows right now we are a world in need. So join me. Go to globalplaybrigade.org. You could sign up for some free sessions. I am doing one actually.